Well, this is absolutely the most terrifying statement I have had to watch and listen to in this present time, especially now when a lot of people are singing unity. People like Wodemaya, a lot of Ghanaian YouTubers I know on the streets, I cannot name all of them. True Mamale, where I first saw this video last week, I had to tag you. Yes, true Mamale. I hope I'm right with the pronunciation of your name because I know you speak peace for Africa, for the people of Africa. Just like what the young man with the Maya, who is not even a pastor, what he does, going around visiting all the African countries, speaking peace and unity. To be honest with you, while I was listening to this supposedly educated, smart, young man talking, I had goose pimples. Yes, after I watched this very video on Josie's Corner last week, I couldn't just leave any comment than to tag somebody who is a Ghanaian that I know that also speak peace. Yes. So I don't really understand who offended this very man. I don't know. And to think that, come on, listen.
Yeah, sometimes I am very surprised about Ghanaians, how hypocrite we are. We don't respect our own and we don't honor our own. And we don't love our own. We celebrate foreigners than our own. But there's no foreigner that will celebrate Ghanaian. Look at how Ghanaian members and Ghanaian Christians follow Nigerian pastors and respect Nigerian men of God and even Ghanaian pastors. That's why we kill all our prophets. That's why we kill all our men of God. As if we don't have anointed men of God in this country. Every prophet in Ghana is considered as fake. Every anointed man of God.
So ridiculous. I suppose this man of God was actually preaching this on the altar of God. He stood out there on the altar of God. There was something he said that you and I did not know. He mentioned that Ghanaians, they killed all their pastors and their men of God. I don't know how true is this. Please, those of you that are Ghanaians on my channel, can you let me know? When did that happen? Because I honestly went online on Google to check how many men of God did Ghanaians kill in the past. I couldn't find any information about that. But you, who is a Ghanaian, please let me know about what this brother of yours, Pastor Sam Onwusu, what he said, that you guys do not really believe in your own men of God. Wait. Let's go.
Just last week, one of the young men in Nigeria came to do prayer conference here. On over 50,000 people were there praying. Ghanaian. So, but let me tell you, do you know there is no Ghanaian pastor that will go to Nigeria to have that crowd, not even 10%. Nigerians will never. That's why there is no bigger Ghanaian church in Nigeria. Nigerians respect and love their own. As I'm talking to you, my brother just sent me a text message that he landed in Ghana. He's also coming to do a crusade now. And go and see thousands of people who are gathered there. We have this anointing in this country. There are men of God that the power that we carry, the anointing that we carry in this country, they will never respect us.
I do not really know what you make of what this Pastor Sam just said now. He already had an informant, the brother who tested him to say Pastor Jerry had landed in Ghana. What I could sense here is out of jealousy, to be honest. Look, before your people, they say a prophet is not regarded in his own land, isn't it? Despite that Pastor Jerry is regarded by most Nigerians, not all the Nigerians like him. Not every Nigerian attends Pastor Jerry's church. Not every Nigerian attends his program. We have different churches in Nigeria, like he pointed out when I go on to play his video for you. There are different denominations. If you want people to cherish you, to like you, then do something remarkable. But honestly, from the tune of this Pastor Sam's expression, I don't know. I don't want to judge. He was just speaking out of anger. You can sense the amount of venom in his voice, in his expression. I feel really sad for him. He's so bitter for a pastor, for my own liking. I am not here judging anybody. I don't even attend Pastor Jerry's church in Abuja, even though I sometimes follow his program. So not everybody would like you. We have a lot of different pastors, different powerful men of God in Nigeria. I believe Ghana, they do as well, though I don't know much of them. But if you insist that your people do not regard you, you could go extra mile and get different powers, just like this our brother here. Just watch him. You can grab some power.
I have so many power. Le baduse ple lamante. I have a bido shaker. I have never touched those ones. I have the boost kabach. Yes, I have ganduka gandusa. Mbeg Iwalonios.
You could just come and borrow one of these powers from this our brother here. You know, he is the best comedian when it comes to pastoring in Nigeria. Everyone knows him. You know, I cannot even imagine myself attending his church. He is from my own, tribe in Nigeria. He speaks the same language as me. But then, I do not trust him, my brother. These different powers, Gandusa. You know, you could come and borrow one from him. And you know the one that he uses, that he says, Mbege. If I cut you, you will become onion. Sliced onion. The man is so funny. You know, people know him in my country. And, people like me, in their right thinking senses, I cannot attend his church. Yes, because it's very much obvious. Nobody brags about the powers and blah, blah, blah. You know, if that is what you want, as a man of God, you go for it. A lot would believe you, a lot would follow you, and some would still have their reservations. Those of us who have the unction and power of the Holy Spirit to discern who is who would not follow you. Yes. Imagine the way your church members were just watching and listening to you. Somebody like me, if I was among those people standing there listening to you, that would be my last day in your church. Because from what I could sense, you have the power to start and finish whatsoever. To be honest, I'm not judging you, but I am saying this is what I felt. Jealousy kills. To be honest, why not work hard? This man, Pastor Jerry, traveled to America, the US. They recognized him for a historic crusade he had in the US. Nobody came out to criticize him, despite that was in a Western country. He was there in the UK. And to tell you that, me, I know they carry church for head or follow any man of God. So be UK. This is UK. Did I go? I think it was last year or so. I did not attend. Because even then, I was not really following NFC. Is it NSSPD or something? Somebody should help me. But what God cannot do does not exist. That's a good anthem that I've been saying all along. You know, and he will soon be traveling to other African countries. Why would it be our neighboring country, Ghana? You still have that anger of what happened in the past. And Pastor Sam, me looking at it, he probably was not born when the crisis about, sorry to say that, Ghana must go happened in Nigeria, when that incident happened. That is not the anger a Christian, a pastor, a man of God should be preaching now. Competitive preaching, you know, jealousy. That's all I saw. I must say it. I'm not judging this man, but I'm saying what I saw, what I sensed from the way he expressed himself. I don't know what you think. Let's go on.
Nigerians are very self-centered people. Very self-centered. They like their people, but not the Ghanaians. As if we don't have anointed men of God in this country. Because of that, Ghanaians have accepted them, irrespective of whatever they are hearing. They don't care whatever anybody is saying about any man of God. They will still go. As long as it's from Nigeria, it's from God. They are closer to heaven than us. Go to Google and Google right now about information about men of God from Nigeria. And yet, Ghanaians will troop into their church. In the daytime, I'm talking about daytime service. When they come to Ghana, they don't do evening service. They start some of their program by 1 p.m. And crowd will gather there. They are going to pray. Because that man is the ladder to heaven. We are the broom. There's no Nigerian church that can ever break through financially without a Ghanaian church supporting them. Winners Chapel, the huge amount of money Winners Chapel was taken from Ghana. Apart from their country, Nigeria, the country that was sponsoring Winners Chapel was Ghana. Christ Embassy. Go and see Ghanaian rich men who are in Christ Embassy. No Ghanaian millionaire will enter any prophetic church. But they will go to Christ Embassy, they will go to Winners Chapel, they will go to Presbyterian Church, they will go to... Am I talking to somebody here? Yes, sir. Let me tell you something. When we are talking about let us enjoy our own, churches are also part of it. If you attend SDA church, it means you are sending money to America. If you are attending Presby church, you have been sending money to America. If you attend Christ Embassy, you are sending money to Nigeria. You attend Winner Chapel, you are sending money to Nigeria. You go to Jelieze program, you are sponsoring a Nigerian in the detriment of your own prophet in Ghana. The reason why Alpha Hour didn't do outreach program again was what happened to him after the first incident.
Yes.
The first time he did a program in the stadium, after the next day, come and see the insult on bloggers. But we are in Ghana here. I don't hit him. I love the man. I love the young man. Came to Ghana and pulled over 100,000 crowd and took offerings and seed to his country. And I saw even the electoral commissioner, who was the one who went to receive from the airport.
I mean, this is still the same competitive spirit. How could he be saying things like that on the altar of God? You attend Christ Embassy, you are sending money to Nigeria, you attend SD, whatever, you are sending money to America. Here I am in the UK. In the churches here, they do all this, what is it called? Charity. All the money are being sent to Africa. I do not see any church. I don't really understand. Even if... Please explain this better to me. Should a man of God be sounding this way? What has he preached to the people that were listening to him on that fateful day? Rather than jealousy and competitive preaching. Because the preaching was simply poisonous to my own understanding. Now, what really stops him from going to welcome Pastor Jerry Eze as well? So, it now stands to reason that all these men of God, they are jealous of one another, jealous of each other, because, anyway, I wouldn't say, why didn't he go to the airport to welcome Pastor Jerry Eze? Possibly Pastor Jerry Eze do not even know about his existence. It is as simple as that. This might even be a new pastor that just started less than 2-3 years ago, because a lot of all these fresh men of God, once they start 6 months, 1 month, they want to be there. They want to be known all over and start sharing their powers and telling us how powerful they are. You heard our brother, Pastor Lion. Hear him again.
You are what? Cyclopedia. Cyclopedia. That is not America. This is Nigeria. No one in America, no one in the whole world have the power that I have. No one in anywhere but in Israel countries. No one have anything except me. I'm in the Boski House.
Oh God, Pastor Sam, you can go and grab some power from our in the Boski. Pastor Lion, he can borrow you some. This is what happens. Once they started, they just want to trend all over. They just want to be known. They just want to be popular. They just want to be there. They forgot about the humility of Christ that they also preach. They don't show it. They don't live out by this humility that they preach about. It is absolutely terrible in this day and time, seeing a man of God still preaching about division, about anarchy, about... I don't want to use those words before YouTube would come for me, because this is all I am seeing by this man's expression on the altar. And it's like a kind of instigating those members. Now, can you imagine yourself, a Nigerian in Ghana, sitting next to this Pastor Sam in an occasion? Definitely you will be cautious of yourself before somebody would put something in your drink for you. Because it is obvious he does not like, he's jealous. No. How else can you explain that other than this expression? I cannot. If I know him in person, anywhere I see him on the street, I would be running away. When I listened to this last week, Pastor Jerry was still in Ghana. I was like, oh my God, I hope they would not attack the Crusade Arena. Yes! And they would be thinking that it was, an accident that happened, ordinary people that did that. You wouldn't know that maybe the men of the gods, this is what I call some people who are power intoxicated as this. They could do things like this and you wouldn't even know that they did it, because you believe that they are the men of God. They should be preaching peace and goodwill of Christ. Unfortunately, in their heart is bitter and saddened with unnecessary things. Power.
I don't hit him. I love the man. I love the young man. Came to Ghana and pulled over 100,000 crowd and took offerings and seed to his country. And I saw even the electoral commissioner, who was the one who went to receive from the airport.
Anyway, you've just heard him again. He just stated that it's not as if he hated Pastor Jerry, the young man, but he is against Ghanaians who do not regard their own. Yes, he talked about the man who does 12 midnight prayers. He mentioned that there was a time the man went to the stadium to do crusade. You saw what happened to him. The bloggers, they were against him. Bloggers too, they attack every man of God in Nigeria. You saw our daddy GEO or something, RCC Pastor Deboyo. Yes, that one is even an ancient pastor who came online recently. What did he even say? You heard him that only his church members would make it, that others who are not of his denomination would come begging, crumbling, and blah, blah, blah. Nigerians also attacked him on social media, not in real life. Social media these days is where the masses who do not have Abraham as fathers, or who do not have top politicians to stand for them, or lawyers, this is where we air our views. Just like in this video, the comments, PM, I know it's gonna be something else. I remember the first video I made about when I say about Ghana, I said Nigerians should move to Ghana. You know, that wasn't even a joke of a thing, because I know when the currency of a country is like this, there is every tendency that inflation will be high, you know, and when your currency is also equivalent to that of the US dollars, you know what that means. I understand all that. You know, but I just made that statement as a joke, used it on my title. People came fighting me. If you see the comments, so did I just start hating people for that? No. People must always call you names. People must always come for you. Hence you are popular. Hence you are a man of God. They must question your power. Even Pastor Jerry, if you see testimonies that people do give there, some people, in fact, it took them time. It took me time to even start joining. But when you see people in America giving testimony, somebody in different countries, all over the world giving testimony, how many of them would Pastor Jerry pay to testify? This is the question anybody should ask themselves. I'm not saying that he is the perfect man of God. No, no. I've never sown one seed on Pastor Jerry's program. Don't ask me the reason yet, you know. So, Ghanaians, please embrace your man of God. Yes, embrace your man of God, or your man of God here. This pastor so far. But if I was a Ghanaian, definitely me, I know they go in church, because what I saw is not the preaching, or it's not the gospel of peace. That's not the gospel of Jesus Christ, as far as I know. It's quite a pity though. But he forgot the fact that a prophet has no words in his own land or by his own people. They prefer to respect outsiders.
We showed them the prophetic way. We taught them the ways of the spirit. Those days when some of us were prophesying in Nigeria, they were not prophets. Those times, they didn't know anything by prophecy. We were a team of young prophets that God called us for Nigerian land. We raised the land of Nigeria, but they rejected us. They never accepted us. Once you are Ghanaian, Omogana, no. Omogana, no. Omogana, no. They never accepted us. We have to run back and come to Ghana. All of us were ministering. We were showing them prophecy. Celebrate.
I suppose he should appreciate the fact that the people that he raised, he said they, Ghanaian pastors, taught the Nigerians what they know. They took prophecy and ministry to the Nigerians. He should, because when you give birth to a child, it is expected, or parents, they always pray that their child should do greater exploits than they themselves that gave birth to them. Isn't it the prayers of parents? Yes. If a master has a servant, it is always expected that your servant whom you train should do better than you are. He should be thankful and appreciate God for that. And I'm happy you also mentioned that they were in Nigeria preaching and doing their thing. I don't know. I was not aware when they chasing away. Even Ghana must go was the story I heard afterwards. If you ask me to narrate that story, I wouldn't. I went to Ghana in peace. I had my honeymoon over there, not thinking of anything. But with the level of social media, you know, that is going on currently, honestly, I would be careful going to Ghana. Sorry to say that. Because of all this now, you know, those days my mind was just playing. I really enjoyed my tourism in Ghana. Also, I went to that place, Labachi Beach, or the Labadi Beach, with my husband. We had fun, slept in a hotel. But this time around, even in a hotel, it's just like somebody asking me to go to Australia now. I will be very scared for a reason I will be sharing very soon, you know. So let's learn to love and let live. This is how it is. Nobody has this life forever and ever. This is my own point. Yes. Even as a pastor speaking now, you are not sure. As myself talking now, I am not sure of the next minutes. This is life. Whatever power in the boski, gandusa you possess, You remember our own giant and mighty pastor in Nigeria, Pastor T.B. Joshua. When he passed, nobody believed that that pastor is no more, that man of God. In fact, we thought that everybody thought that he was a joke. I never attended his church for once, but I've had a lot of, special things. I've had a lot of miracles he performed, some fascinating things about him. Me too. I never believed that he died, despite not being his church member or his believer, because somebody that raised people from death, perform miracles, you don't even, it's just like me now, hearing that a doctor dies. When I was growing up, I never believed that doctors' wives could die until one of the days I learned that a doctor's wife passed. Then I knew that none of us have this life into our hands. We don't have power over it. This is why we should learn to live, preach good news like Maya and all the Ghanians, all the Nigerians that go about preaching this good news. Not every Nigerian does. Bad things. Nigerians are hating against Nigerians. It happens. Omo Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, this, that. Please do not add to the pepe when most Nigerians are suffering already. This is different. The battle of, the fight over jollof rice, football, music artists and all them stuff, they were fun and social media abundant. But this one is beyond something anybody would ever think of or even appreciate. Please, sir, change this narrative. It is not good for the consumption of your members who were listening to you or who come to your church. This might even affect the number of attendees in your church. To be honest, if I were one of the church members, I go change church. Yes, this is my own. What do you think? We are not here to judge anybody, but if you have opportunity to go play this video from beginning to the end, you would honestly feel terrible. Josie's word that uploaded this video, she said nothing. She just uploaded the full video. I know her. I know she probably did not like the line this man was going. That could be the reason she didn't say no word. Yes, I didn't even say anything in the comment section because I got scared as well. Anyway, this is it. Thank you for watching. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. This is just where I would draw the curtain for this episode of Abroad Life. Catch up with you in my next upload.